Hi, welcome to this ecweb screencast. This session is for Medicaid billing providers, and I'm going to demonstrate entering billing records and resolving problems. First, you'll want to find the child you want to enter your billing records for. In this case, I'll click Find and type in the name for Cedrix LeMay. I'm on Cedric's record. I'll click on the service log, which is where I'm going to enter in my services. In this case, I will add an entry for, say, November 23rd, 2010. And that service was for 60 minutes. And maybe it included some direct service. And here, although I'm just entering in a couple of words, you'll want to enter in the complete service for the child, which would describe everything you did with the child and the results of that. And then I might have also done a reevaluation with them, or started one, not quite finished. And I might also have done some coordinated care with, say, with my SLPA there, talking with my SLPA, and I might have had a discussion with a parent that maybe ends up unbillable in this case, and that's fine. So what I'll describe here, though, is all of the service I did for that child in that activity period, and then I'll be able to bill multiple Medicaid make multiple Medicaid billing entries for this particular service. But all the description will be in this one field under this one date. To start entering in Medicaid billing entries, I click on the Edit Billing button here. It shows me everything I've typed in so far, and that's editable. And to add specifically for Medicaid billing to an entry, I click Add by Billing, and then I can fill out the Medicaid specific fields that are here. Notice down at the bottom that it's showing me data consistency problems with this record because I'm still missing some information, and that's fine. As I fill out this information, those will disappear. So as I choose a procedure code, so here's my direct service I'm going to bill for, and it's treatment of speech, and maybe for 30 minutes. And then you'll notice things are beginning to, provider problems here are beginning to go away. And then the ICD-9 code came over from the last billing record that I entered for this child, so I don't have to re-enter that, or if I do want to, I can simply select it from the list here. And then the IFSP service should be one of these from one of the currently filed IFSPs for this child, and those are on the IFSP cover sheet screen. In this case, the service was on the current IFSP, and it was the speech therapy service that I was doing. If I want to find out more information about that speech therapy service, I can click the I to the right after I've chosen it, and it'll tell me this was the direct service for 45 minutes 2 times a week, and the IFSP service dates were 11/25/09 to 11/24/10. So it looks like I've entered in all my information, but I look down at provider problems. I notice there are a couple here, including that I'm missing the provider signature above, and I'm missing the service recommendation. If I want to find out more about any of these particular billing provider problems or any problems that are shown here, I can click the I to the right of those. If I click that, it says mark the service provider signature checkbox on the billing detail screen. Well, this is the billing detail screen, and this is the service provider signature checkbox that I want to mark. And once I do that, then the error goes away. I'm also missing service recommendation. This is on a different screen, but you'll notice that this is in blue here, and it's a link. And if I click that, I'll go directly to the service recommendation screen where I can make the change. And here's the service recommendation screen, and here's the speech therapy service, and I want to recommend that service. So I'll click that, and now it's recommended by me. And when I return to the billing screen, then that error has disappeared. So now I have a good billable record here, and I might want to add now another billing record for this service date. If I do, I click there, and it pushes the old one down, and this is the new one now right on top. And in this case, this is the, well, I don't want to bill for the reevaluation yet because that was only a partial reevaluation. I'll bill for it for full time on the date I finish it. So, but I do want to bill for this coordinated care here. So in the procedure code, I'll choose my coordinated care code down here. And when I do that, you'll notice that the IFSP service box disappears because this coordinated care doesn't have to be on the IFSP. And maybe I spent 15 minutes doing that. And the IC9, of course, came over from last time. And then I click my service provider signature. And then everything's good. Aha, all my billing errors have disappeared. You'll notice that there's a billing exception notes box here. You don't have to put anything in that. That's for the billing coordinator if they choose to hold the record for any reason and to make any notes about it. That's for them. And so now you have your billable items for these services that you've described here. You can return to the service log at this point by clicking service log up here or clicking return to service log down at the bottom. Now you'll see your records and the procedure codes and minutes billable here. When you want to enter for more records now, if you want to enter billing items for more records, you can click find and find other kids and enter those records on the service log. And at the end of the month, you'll probably want to come back to these to print your provider logs. There are a couple of ways to print provider logs, and that's just one of them. I'll describe a different one in the next screencast. But here, if you want to print this provider log, of course, you can come back here and click print provider log. Now, you'll want to, before you do that, to check and make sure you've resolved all these billing problems here. So if you see any red on this screen before you print your provider log, then check it out. Here, the billing entry is missing the provider signature like the last one. In this case, billing entry is missing the ICE9 code. Down here, the billing entry is missing the supervisor signature. And all these cases, they're blue, they're links. You can click on them. They'll take you to the billing entry screen. In this case, you see the supervisor problem because you're the supervisor for this assistant, and the billing entry is missing the supervisor signature, so I'll click that. And now that's problem's been resolved. I can return to the service log and resolve the other problems. And that's it for entering billing records. Thanks for watching the screencast.